In 1954, Richard Matheson wrote a book called I Am Legend. And in the book, unlike in the movie, the vampires are not really monsters at all. They're still human to some extent. They have emotions, they have rational thoughts, they communicate, they have families, they love and they hate, and they have begun to set up their own society. At the end of the book, Robert Neville is awaiting his execution at the hands of this new society when he realizes that he's not scared of them anymore. In fact, they are terrified of him. The way they see it, he's the monster. He's the one who snuck into their rooms while they were sleeping. He was the one that was lurking in the shadows. He was the bloodthirsty killer. And he realizes that as the last of his kind, that his story will never be forgotten. It will be passed down from one generation to the next. It will be told around campfires. Future generations will debate about whether it was even true or not. When Jesus called the 12, they never imagined that here in this place, this morning, more than 2,000 years later, their stories would still be told. That these stories would be handed down from generation to generation, that grandparents would tell their grandchildren about them, that armies of monks would labor their entire lives to make sure that they can be faithfully preserved, so that these 12 men and their rabbi, Jesus, would never be forgotten. And so here we are. These stories have been handed down to us. The virgin birth, the teachings, the sinless life, the rugged cross, and the empty tomb. And not just those, but the ones that came later, the theologians, the martyrs, the reformers. This great heritage is ours now. And it is now our responsibility to hand it down to the next generation, to live the kind of lives that our grandchildren will tell their grandchildren about. Whether we realize it or not, Jesus has called us, just like he called the 12, to be his church, his story, his legend. Ladies and gentlemen of the church, we are legend.